everyone, we at FIITJEE Punjabi Bagh hope to find you healthy and safe. We present to you the NTSE Stage 1 2020-21 detailed paper analysis. The exam was conducted on 13th of December 2020 in the offline mode, and lakhs of students appeared across the country. Life does not stop in any situation, and competition will always be there. NTSE being a major exam conducted offline, we can expect other competitive exams to also be conducted offline. Schools will also be open soon, and hopefully institutions will also hold offline classes. So it's a very good news for students and parents, as nothing can beat offline learning in classroom with the physical presence of teachers. Now let us analyze the NTSE Stage 1 paper. The aim of the NTSE is to provide scholarships to deserving students of class 10. The NTSE Stage 1 exam consists of the mental ability test or math section of 100 questions and the scholastic aptitude test or SAT section of 100 questions. The total duration of the paper is 4 hours, 2 hours for each section. The SAT section comprises mathematics of 20 questions, social studies of 40 questions, and science, which is physics, chemistry and biology, of 40 questions. Each right answer is awarded 1 mark and there is no negative marking. Now let us have the detailed analysis of the entire paper from our subject experts.
Let's start with the mentality section. I would rate this year's paper a bit easier as compared to last year. And as usual, the major focus was on verbal reasoning questions with 81 verbal reasoning questions, 17 non-verbal reasoning questions and only 2 quantitative reasoning questions. Students must have faced the problem in analogy and classification questions where these questions were heavily based on vocab. Apart from these, questions on logical conclusions and insert a missing character were also tricky. There were few questions, that is question number 51, in which if first option is false, then fourth must also be false. Also, the question number 75, in which no correct option was there. One question was there, that is question number 85, in which option C and option D both were similar, and in question number 89, no correct option was there. So these 4 questions must definitely be considered for bonus. Overall, I would rate this year's paper from easy to moderate with 62 easy questions, 33 moderate questions and only 5 difficult level questions.
The level of Haryana social science paper this year was exceptionally difficult. There were total 40 questions, out of which 12 were from history, 7 were from geography, 6 were from civics, 8 were from economics and 7 questions were from GK and current affairs. The GK and current affairs part was tough and unpredictable this year, and for which students generally do not prepare. Though the paper was error-free, but considering the level of the exam, the cutoff may get much lower this time as compared to last year.
Now let us do the analysis of the mathematics section of the NTSE Stage 1 Haryana State. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा questions आए हुए थे ज्योमेट्री से और अलजेब्रा से. जो बाकी के चैप्टर्स है जैसे नंबर सिस्टम, प्रोबेबिलिटी, कोऑर्डिनेट ज्योमेट्री, ट्रिग्नोमेट्री, इन चैप्टर से 1 या 2 क्वेश्चंस आए थे. ओवरऑल पेपर वाज क्वाइट लेंथी. इससे टाइम लिमिट के अंदर कंप्लीट करना काफी डिफिकल्ट रहा होगा स्टूडेंट्स के लिए if they have not practiced mock tests very well. Like every year, Haryana has not surprised us with a difficult geometry section. Question 1 and question 12 are typical examples which required higher level of understanding of geometric concepts. Because of the higher level of geometry section, automatically the paper overall becomes moderate to difficult.
In the physics section, there were 13 questions, out of which 9 questions were from 9th class, 2 questions were from heat chapter and only 2 questions were from 10th class. इस ईयर क्लास 10th को वेटेज नहीं दिया गया है। 2 क्वेश्चन पूछे गए वो भी सिर्फ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी चैप्टर से पूछे गए हैं। कुछ चैप्टर्स जैसे मैग्नेटिक इफेक्ट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक करंट, लाइट, सोर्सेस ऑफ एनर्जी, ह्यूमन आई, इनमें से एक भी क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछा गया है। द पेपर वॉज एरर फ्री। ओवरऑल द पेपर वॉज मॉडरेट कंपेयर टू लास्ट ईयर।
In chemistry section, there were 13 questions in the paper. Paper was heavily based on class 10 syllabus and only 3 questions were there from class 9th, which were mostly on mole concept. Students who have strong grip on concepts and have appeared for all mock tests will definitely have an edge. There were no error in the paper. Pattern of the question were mostly same as that of last year. In conclusion, with 6 easy and 7 moderate questions, level of the paper was moderate.
There were total 14 questions, out of which 10 questions were from class 10th, chapter life processes, control and coordination, reproduction, heredity and our environment, whereas 4 questions were from class 9th, chapter tissue, improvement in food resources, why do we fall ill and diversity in living organisms. As compared to previous year, this year paper was comparatively easy. Most of the questions were directly from NCERT. So out of 14 questions, 9 questions were of easy level, whereas 5 questions were of moderate level. So the students who were thorough with their NCERT and had a profound grip on each concept would definitely excel in this exam. So overall, the level of the paper was easy to moderate.
As summed up by our subject experts, this year's paper was of a moderate level. A change could be noticed in the SAT section where the questions of each subject did not appear serially. The order of the questions was randomized. The physics section was comparatively easier than last year, whereas no change was observed in the chemistry section. The social studies section was difficult when compared to last year, and some of the questions were not in the syllabus. The mathematics section was moderate to difficult, whereas the mental ability section was easier than last year's. The predicted cutoff for this year is 150 to 155, whereas it was 156 last year. With the NTSE exam, we can expect to see other competitive exams also in the offline mode and the reopening of schools. You can also prepare yourselves to revisit the golden days of offline classes. Also remember, competition does not stop, so preparation too should not stop.
Stay tuned for more updates and other relevant videos. Contact FIITJEE Punjabi Bagh Centre for expert guidance on preparation tips for various competitive examinations. Thank you.